everyone, today I am going to tell about human digestive system. You eat a meal and then a bit later you do a poo. But what happens in between? Digestive system. Your body needs food for energy, vitamins and minerals, but food needs to be broken down into a substance your body can use. That's the job of your digestive system. Thanks to peristalsis, food would get your stomach even if you're standing on your head. How does digestive system work? Digestion works by moving food through the GI tract. Digestion begins in the mouth with chewing food and ends in the small intestine. As food passes through the GI tract, it mixes with digestive juices, causing large molecules of food to break down into smaller molecules. The body then absorbs these smaller molecules through the walls of the small intestine into the bloodstream, which delivers them to the rest of the body. Waste products of digestion pass through the large intestine and out of the body as solid matter called stool. Tongue papille. Cone-shaped tongue papille, seen here in a colored scanning electron micrograph, contain nerve endings that receive and transmit touch sensations to the brain as we begin chewing. The tongue shapes food in a ball-shaped bolus for swallowing. When you swallow, little flap of cartilage called epiglottis closes off the windpipe so food doesn't go down there by mistake. Human mouth. Here, teeth, tongue, and saliva work together to physically and chemically break down food. Humans produce up to 3 pins, that is 1.4 liters of saliva daily, and chemical enzymes in the saliva play a major role in disintegrating starchy food. Your salivary glands can produce up to 6 cups of saliva per day. Small intestine blood vessel. Micrograph shows a cast of blood vessels from the external wall of the small intestine measuring about 22 feet, that is 6.7 meters in length of the small intestine. Performs most of the major digestion and absorption of nutrients. The wall of the small intestine are lined with millions of projections called villi, which absorb and transmit nutrients into the bloodstream. Lower digestive organs. This image shows the lower digestive organs including liver and stomach enclosed by the rib cage and the small and large intestine. After the small intestine absorbs food nutrients, leftover waste passes into the large intestine, whereas it's worked on by billions of harmless bacteria and mixed with dead cells to form solid feces. The feces are moved into the rectum to await expulsion. The acid in your stomach is so strong it could dissolve an iron nail. To stop your stomach digesting itself, it's lined with a protective mucus and your stomach cells are replaced every few days. About 1/3 of the body's blood flows through the liver every minute. Facts. Nine major organs in digestion. The digestion process is a very complex process where several organs come into play. Each organ has a specific role in digestion process. The digestive system organs include mouth and throat, collectively known as pharynx, esophagus or esophagus, stomach, pancreas, liver, gallbladder, small intestine, duodenum, jejunum, and ileum, large intestine, colon, appendix and rectum, and the anus. A person produces 32 ounces of saliva every day. On an average, a person produces around 32 ounces of saliva per day. Saliva is produced by the salivary glands which are present in the oral cavity. Saliva contains salivary enzymes called amylase that help break down food particles. There are two different pairs of salivary glands present in the oral cavity. The parathyroid glands that are located in the inside of the cheeks and the submandibular glands that are located on the floor of the mouth or the oral cavity. Food takes 7 seconds to travel in the esophagus. Food after ingestion takes around 7 seconds to travel down the length of the esophagus in wave-like movements called peristalsis. The esophagus, also known as the food pipe, is lined with smooth muscles that undergo the process of peristalsis. Is the wave-like contractions of the food muscle of the esophagus that pushes the food through it. The esophagus is around 8 inches long, and due to the wave-like contractions, it takes food only 7 seconds to travel down the tube. Gut-brain axis regulates the digestive system. An essential regulatory system of the digestive system is the gut-brain axis, which regulates how food is digested by the digestive system. The brain is the center of all regulatory control. It controls the digestive system via the gut-brain axis and alters the rate of metabolism and digestion in conditions such as stress. When the stomach is full and distant, the nerve fibers in the lining of the stomach wall send out signals to the brain, thereby giving a feeling of fullness. The opposite occurs when the stomach is empty. Small intestines can stretch up to 23 feet. The small intestine stretches out to 22 to 23 feet, whereas the large intestine is only 4 feet long. The large and small intestine both have distinct roles to play. The small intestine is primarily involved with the uptake and assimilating of food, whereas the large intestine is involved in the intake of absorption of water. Stomach produces hydrochloric acid to aid in digestion. The stomach produces hydrochloric acid to aid in digestion. The stomach lining is made of a smooth muscle and epithelial cells that contain cells known as partial cells. These cells secrete HCl or hydrochloric acid and other enzymes that aid in digestion. An imbalance in the stomach acid can cause bloating, burping, nausea, or acid reflux. Stomach does not do most of the digestion. Did you know that stomach does not do most of the digestion? Let's explore more. Even though the most of the food is broken down in the stomach, it is not the site of the most of the digestive process. Most of the digestion is carried out in the small intestine, where absorption and assimilation takes place. The small intestine secretes a variety of enzymes for digestion and has finger-like projections called villi, which helps in absorption. Gut hosts over 400 bacterial species for digestion. The average human being has over 400 bacterial species in the gut. The bacteria present in the gut create a microflora that is beneficial and protective to the human gut. On taking antibiotic, this microflora is depleted and thus causes side effects of gastrointestinal issues. E. coli is one of the most common bacterial species present in the gut microflora and overgrowth of which can cause gastroenteritis. Digestive tract is 29 feet long. The entire digestive tract is around 29 feet long. The digestive tract begins at the oral cavity, followed by the esophagus, the stomach, duodenum, small intestine, large intestine, colon, and rectum. The entire length of the digestive system spans the entire length from the cavity to the rectum. Digestive enzymes regulate the food temperature. Food is cooled or warmed in the oral cavity to soothe the body temperature. The normal body temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius or 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit. The food which is ingested is cooled or warmed to the body. The temperature, in order for it to be more suitable for digestion, the digestive enzymes of the body function at the body temperature. Therefore, ingested food needs to be brought to that temperature in order to provide the optimum conditions for the digestive process. The most common digestive issue is bloating. One of the most common symptoms related to the digestive system is bloating. Bloating affects approximately 36% of the human population and is a common occurrence after ingestion of a full meal. The stomach can hold around 4 liters of food content and can bloat around 4 times of the average size following the ingestion of a large meal. Due to this, abdominal diameter seems to vary by approximately 12 centimeters in a day. Fat content takes 6 hours to digest, whereas carbs take 2 hours. The human body takes longer to digest a meal depending on its content. The human body takes about 6 hours to digest a meal that is high in fat content, whereas it takes only 2 hours to digest a meal that is high in carbohydrate content. Therefore, it is essential that we follow the intake of a balanced diet to ensure healthy lifestyle and weight and prevent digestive issues. Improper digestion leads to constipation. Constipation is another common symptom of improper digestion in the human body. Constipation is a fairly common symptom or a side effect of improper digestive functioning. It occurs in approximately 20% of the population. It is more common in women than in men. As human beings age, the digestive process slows down, in particular the final part of the digestive system where the undigested or excreted waste moves from the colon to the exterior takes longer than expected. It results in constipation. Stress can cause peptic ulcers. Most people think peptic ulcers are caused by the food we eat. Most people tend to think that ulcers in the stomach or intestine is caused by eating high spice food or can also be caused due to stress. However, peptic ulcers are in reality caused by bacterium known as Helicobacter pylori. The most important organ for digestion is liver. The most significant internal organ of the digestive system is the liver. The liver is a part of the digestive system and has a variety of functions. The liver performs over 500 different functions, ranging from secreting bile for digestion to detoxification and breakdown of drug and drug products. Epiglottis keeps food out of the air tract. The role of the epiglottis in the digestion is to keep food out of the air tract. The epiglottis is a thin flap-like structure that covers the windpipe. While swallowing, it keeps the windpipe covered, thereby preventing any food particles from entering the lungs. Choking occurs when food or other particles enter the windpipe and block the airway. Gallbladder stores bile to aid in digestion. The gallbladder is responsible for storing bile that is used during the digestive process. The liver secretes bile into the bile duct, which is then stored in the gallbladder. The gallbladder then secretes bile into the intestines, which aid in digestion. Bile contains bile salts and bile pigments, which help in emulsification of fats and aid in absorption. Fiber is the essential dietary nutrient. Fiber is an essential dietary nutrient from the human body. Once the entire digestion process is complete, whatever is left over is called the fiber. Many foods are high in fiber, and this is good for the human body. Fiber present in the undigested content that is to be excreted helps in softening the stool and prevents constipation. Water plays a vital role in digestion. Water is the essence of life and helps in the proper functioning of the digestive system. Drinking adequate amount of water is necessary to keep the digestive system in proper order. A quart of fluid every day is received by the large intestine from the small intestine where stools are formed. An adequate amount of intake of water ensures proper stool formation and helps prevent dehydration and constipation. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.